Hello everybody, Joel from Silver Arrow Cars, and I am out in this 2009 Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano, and this thing is pretty sick. This car is all original. It is a 24,000 or 15,000 mile car, 24,000 kilometer or 15,000 mile car. It's been routinely serviced at Ferrari. It is in impeccable condition. It was born at Ferrari Vancouver and has stayed in the West its whole life. Comes from a great collection from a client of ours that has multiple 12-cylinder Ferraris. This is one he had to have, and I can see why. And let me just say, I said this in our walk-around video, I think these cars, the 599s, if you can find a very nice, a well-kept, a low mileage, and a nice spec in a 599, I think these are great cars. They're in a great price point right now. There's a big gap between them and F12s, but you're getting 612 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, modern Ferrari. It's got one of the last versions and updates of the F1 transmission that drives beautifully, has nice hard shifts, quick shifts, very much like a 430 Scud. You've got a lot of the modern amenities. You got parking sensors front and rear, you got a digital display, you've still got a cool analog radio, which I like. I don't like screens. I like pure driving and aesthetic on the interior. I think screens take away from that. Full of carbon fiber. It is a ton of fun to drive. And speaking of which, I'm going to drive it now. Let's get you into the shots of how this thing rolls down the road, and then I'll get it down some mountain roads here, and we'll really go up and down through the gears and use all 600 horsepower. Tell me that there isn't better value for a 12-cylinder Ferrari than currently the 599. You get modern amenity, there's parking sensors, there's Bose hi-fi sound, there's beautiful full electronic Daytona seats, and then the list goes on. So how is that not the best value in a 12-cylinder Ferrari right now? Well, we've hit the time of the video where it's time for me to try and put it through its paces somewhat. Get up and down through the gears and let you hear what it sounds like from the external mic and then also in the interior here. So I've got somebody on my butt here. I'm gonna swap from slippery mode. I'm gonna go up into sport with the Manettino, and I will turn down the AC. And I'm gonna flip out of automatic into paddle shift only. I'm gonna roll up that window. Maybe a bit more AC than that. And let's go. So we got some traffic here. You'll notice those shifts are pretty damn quick. Of course, there's a single clutch automated manual, but that's a pretty quick shift. They call it 100 milliseconds in between shifts, which is very quick. It shifts nice and hard. It shifts harder if you go up into race mode with the Manettino switch. Downshifts are nice and smooth. That's just with easy throttle, nice and smooth. Oh, I'm sorry, girls. I wish I could stop for some lemonade. As I said earlier, I believe these are massively undervalued, all because people are comparing them to DCT or dual clutch transmissions. These cars are fantastic. The transmission is excellent. And if you want it, you could always convert it to manual. From what I've seen, it actually increases the value of your car. Very planted. Because of that steep drop off on the front hood, you don't feel like you have a whole ton of car ahead of you. You feel like the road's right in front of you. Talking about position real quick, I've got the steering column all the way out and my seat back quite a bit. I've got long legs, shorter torso, but there is a lot of room in this car. If you're 6'5", 6'6", I think you've got no problems. So I'm going to turn around up here and right back up the hill. So I've switched into race mode. I've still got it in paddle shift only. Here comes a car, so let's go. That's half throttle. Those shifts are so dramatic. It really adds to the experience, I would say, of driving the car. picture there. Now, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to go to automatic mode. And I'm going to go into slippery mode. And there's no traffic behind me. I'm going to slow right down. We're doing 20. That's maybe an 1/8 to 1/4 throttle input. You can see how smooth those transitions are and those shifts. I'll downshift in this mode. Nice and smooth. It's blinking auto on the dash, which means it's just waiting for input from me. Boom, back into automatic. That's the thing about these Grand Touring cars from Ferrari. They've got a ton of power and a lot of aggression. You can drive them hard, but at the same time, you've got lots of space in the cabin. You've got a trunk, and they can be subtle. They can be a car you just tool around in downtown, whatever it is you want to do. I mean, obviously they're a touring car, but they're just beautiful cars to drive. I love them over the V8 cars. I just think they're wonderful cars. Well, while we're still in slippery road mode, I'm going to wrap it up here. So this is a car that comes from a great collector, a great collection, born in Vancouver, clean history, regularly serviced at Ferrari, Grigio Silverstone over Nero Daytona with carbon fiber interior, carbon fiber electric racing seats, and lots of other options. Bose hi-fi sound, extra leather in the back, and it goes on. You'll see that in the auction. This is a fantastic car. Please, if you have any questions, reach out. I'm Joel Friesen. I'm at Silver Arrow Cars, and this 612 horsepower flagship front engine V12 car from Ferrari, 2009 599 GTB Fiorano, is a killer car, a killer value, and I can't wait to talk to the person that sees it just like I do. Thank you so much. You can find us on the internet or on Instagram at Silver Arrow Cars Ltd.